Hello. I am excited. Hello, hello. Is everybody here? I am excited about our live today. We had some technical difficulties. Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me? I'm excited about our live today. So the topics that I bring up to y'all are topics that I think that are blocking us from happiness. And today we're talking about overthinking versus what are our instincts. That's what we're talking about today. Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me today? Okay. All right, so we are talking about overthinking versus our instincts. Y'all, so I wanna clarify between what's a natural kind of thought process that's there to protect you and a thought process that is really consuming you and working against you. It's a advantageous way of being. So real quick, if you are in an obsessive thinking sort of mode, this is never to your benefit, ever, ever. Nothing is meant to think of obsessively. Absolutely nothing. We have to quiet the brain as best and as much as we can. Never get consumed with an obsessive way of thinking, ever. Even if it's something good for yourself. We need balance as human beings. This is going to make our lives much more efficient, much more manageable. It's going to make our nervous systems much more calmer. We have to create a balance. We cannot overthink and obsess on anything, even if it's great. My mom said, always follow that inner feeling. Yes. This is so frustrating. Of course, we're not live on Facebook. Why would everything just go right? Why? Just got to keep going. Got to push Facebook to the side. Um, so that's a telltale sign, guys. If we are fixated, even if it's like a great thing, sometimes we stumble across great things in our lives that brings about a lot of happiness. Cousin, hello. The Instagram ambassador is in the building. We had so much fun yesterday. Oh, you just everywhere, huh? You at soccer today? Okay. Who's at soccer? Marshada? Who's doing soccer? Hello, hello, Christian. What's going on? Where you chatting in from? Babe, what's going on Instagram? Where you chatting in from? Yo, listen. When you start getting any obsessiveness with your thoughts, that is something you need to stop. Even if it's great, like oh whatever. I don't know. We get obsessed over everything. I'm obsessive. Remember this: obsessive thoughts leads to compulsive behaviors. Okay, the thoughts and behaviors go hand in hand. So if we are obsessively thinking, we are compulsively acting, which is giving us outcomes in our lives that may not benefit us. We have to control. Philly, what's up? What's up? Okay. Who is that? Okay. What's up, Philly? My brain is wired where I'm always thinking. So here's the thing, guys. Everybody is always thinking. It's just like the heart is pumping blood. It's just like me saying, my heart is always pumping blood. If you are alive, I am going to assume your heart is pumping blood because if it was not, you would not be here. Same thing with the brain. The brain is always pumping thoughts. We need to understand what the brain is doing versus us actively overthinking and not controlling the brain in a way that's going to benefit us. If we don't control this brain, guys, it directly works against us. This is your number one priority. Is controlling it. We cannot play games with this. I told y'all a couple times, meditation is something that works for some people, doesn't for other people. There are different forms of meditation. Some people take to certain kinds of meditation where like, okay, I can kind of do it myself. I can kind of go meet up with people, do sort of sessions, classes. YouTube has classes. There are so many things that can be done. Drea said, yes, my brother runs the City Athletics Philly spring soccer session has started. Nice, 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 nice. What's up, Roxanne? I see you on Instagram. When it comes to what we think about, obviously everything reacts to that. So we can't let our brain sort of go down the path of obsessive thinking. This just can't happen. We have to stop our brain from doing that. My mom said, even in an encounter, I will get home and think about more things I could have said. So here's the thing, y'all. There is a line between wanting to be better, right? We want to be better human beings. We want to make sure we show up in the best ways. So, my mom said, nice cousin, right? So there is a mix of our brains trying to make us be the best, right? There's that mix of that versus we are obsessively thinking about something that should not even be a thing. Okay, so there's a mix between that because I do want us to be the best versions of ourselves. And I want us to critique ourselves. So they ask, how do we stop the overthinking? There are many ways we can do this. Number one, I love meditation. Meditation strengthens the brain like a muscle. Remember, the brain is just a muscle. It's pumping out thoughts. We can't control that. It's gonna do that. It's gonna do that. But the more we strengthen the brain, the more we can stop or push out the thoughts that don't serve us. We need all feel good thoughts, guys. Not all. I mean, we're gonna have both, but we have to manage it as best as possible. If you are not strengthening the brain, whether you're reading, you need to read, do things, mind strengthening activities. We need mind strengthening activities to have the most chance to control this thing in our head that's going and going and going and going and going. We can't be at the mercy of these thoughts. We can't be at the mercy of it. If this is strengthened, which is just repetition, right? Of just controlling the brain. That's all meditation is. It's just quieting the brain and doing that repetitively. If you don't do this as an exercise and you're not capable of it, some people are not physically capable of it. If that's you, I still encourage you to keep working at it. That's just like me saying a person who has very low flexibility is incapable of becoming flexible. It's just not true. If you work your body out, you will become more flexible. So I see a comment saying you can't work out the brain. That's just not true. If you feel that that is true and you want to be at the mercy of your brain, that's up to you. Okay. I'm here to help people get from where they are to happiness. And that's one of the things we have to do. You are not at the mercy of your thoughts. And then, y'all, we have to get out of emotional survival. If you want to know how you can control overthinking, we have to get out of emotional survival. There's no way you can effectively control your brain when you are in emotional survival and you're just trying to feel good every second of the day because you are in excruciating agony emotionally because you're triggered constantly. These are things of being in emotional survival when you're triggered on a constant basis to the max. You're in emotional survival. You can't use any tactics. You're just trying to survive to get through the day. We got to get you out of that. If you want any chance at controlling overthinking, you have to get out of emotional survival. And the way you do that is you have to get away from all triggers, people who trigger you, environments that trigger you. We have to identify them and move ourselves away so we heal. My mom said find ways to quiet the mind, concentrating on breathing, exercise, yoga, meditation. Exactly. Those things that are said, guess what they do? They get you away from those triggers. So listen, y'all, when we want something so bad, I realize we overthink. We overthink. It's not going to get us it any quicker, any better. It's not going to do it's not going to do anything for us. Once we understand that overthinking is not going to change anything, we begin to alleviate ourselves of it over time. But it becomes a tool you have to use. It becomes a technique you have to use. My mom said I was taught a type of meditation is focus on an item in the room while concentrating on your breath for like 10 minutes. So I have realized that when people are physically hyper and they're not extremely mental, they're more physical. Meditation is very hard for those people because just sitting still, just concentrating is like torture to these people. Um, Sometimes a physical activity can quiet the brain. If you are focused on, say, just shooting that ball, that's your whole focus is on shooting that ball. You're not focused on anything else. That also quiets the brain. We need to control the brain. We need to take the things that are going to benefit us that the brain is dishing out and use that to our benefit. But we can't be at the mercy of obsessive thinking. I see you over there, Jenna. Thank you, honey. Thank you for the likes and the love. Thank you so much. Y'all, we are living in a state of misery at the mercy of the brain. Oh, Jenna said Terrence needs you. I wish you were still with him. Oh, Jenna, I'm here. I'm here. I would love to talk to him. So listen, y'all, real quick, and then I'm gonna go with our scale. I just want to reiterate what I'm trying to get across here today. Overthinking in any capacity is not good for us as human beings. We cannot obsess over anything. I'm gonna tell y'all something serious. Serious. This is a safe space. I know with y'all. This is a safe space. But I want to tell y'all something. I am actually obsessive. Jenna said, I just asked me today, a therapist. I just think he needs someone who he can trust to talk to. I'm here. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. I don't know if is there an inbox on TikTok? Shoot me a message. Let's see what we go do. We'll work out. I am currently working as a therapist. We got to see if you're in an area where we service. Okay, perfect. Yeah, send me a message. All right, y'all. I am obsessive. So what I've done is because I know I'm obsessive. I put that energy into all positive things because I am obsessive. I mean, when I want something, I just obsess until I get it. Like, you know what I mean? That's a good thing. It works for you in those regards. But I still don't think it's healthy for us to obsess over anything. So it is extremely important for me in particular to practice meditation and quiet in the brain and removing myself from anything that's causing me to obsess. We got to know ourselves, y'all. That's the only way to give ourselves what we need and want. We have to know ourselves. We all are good and strong at different points and parts, and we have to know ourselves. So real quick, let me just recap. Let me just recap. All right, Jenna. All right, soon as I let me do it right now. All right, I did it. All right, y'all, just a quick recap. We have to notice when we are obsessing over something. And here's the thing, if you are thinking about something more than several times in an hour, you're obsessing over it. You are obsessing over it. Uh, there's nothing you can do in 1 hour to change anything that is going through your mind. There's nothing you can do. So if you're thinking about it several times in an hour, Jenna said, I obsess also. Yeah, it's hard not to, especially when it's something you're excited about, something that you like. It is hard not to, but we cannot do that. It's not healthy for us, y'all. And here's the thing, with these phones, they are feeding you exactly what it is that you want every second of the day. So you also have to manage your obsession, the obsession that they're feeding you here. This is a hard time. This is a very difficult time that we are living in to not overthink. Come on, mom. My mom says sometimes she uses wine to quiet the mind. Does that work? Be honest with us. Does that work? Does it really work? Be honest. All right, y'all. Real quick recap, and I want to get to our scale. Our scale is obviously going to be, how much are we overthinking? 0, not overthinking at all. Jenna said it does sometimes just to relax. Okay. Listen, if the wine works, it works. Like I said to y'all before, I'm obsessive. I can't do wine because I'm obsessive. I'll be 2, 3, 4 bottles in. I'll be whole rabbit hole. Remember, I said everything goes hand in hand. Who knows? I might get married. Who knows? I'll be all wrong. Throw everything out the window. You know. So that's how I'm obsessive. So we not going. I'm not going to drink. Um, my mom said I sleep good. Okay. Jenna said, "Oh yeah, no, I can't do that." See, y'all are funny to that. All right, so how good are you at managing overthinking? 0, you are horrible at it. 10, you are good at it. 0, you are hard at managing overthinking. 10, you are good at it. Where are we at on the scale? Who am I talking to? 0, you are horrible at it. 10, you are good at it. Where are we at managing overthinking? Let me ask y'all something. What triggers overthinking for y'all? My mom said, no wine for you, daughter. Thank you. Please and thank you. You need to keep me all the way straight. You don't want me to go awry. Jenna said 5. Okay, that's honest. That's honest. Just life. Overthinking cat is at a 6. So Jenna said just life is a trigger for her overthinking. Okay. What are some triggers for you to overthink? We gotta get a little more specific, Jenna. You gotta identify exactly what triggers you're overthinking. Like when you are in a certain environment, when you are around a certain person, what is it? If it's just life, then that means it's just you. Something that you're doing. Because everything that you get around, you just overthink. It's something that you have to like become more secure about. Remember this, y'all. Jenna said when I'm sitting by myself. See? See? Yeah. See? I knew it was about you. I knew it as you started explaining. Y'all, I want to tell y'all something. Everybody is consumed with themselves. People just don't have the capacity and bandwidth to think about you. So we always think about, you know, what we should have done different, what we could do different, what we should be doing, how somebody else is perceiving us. And guess what? They're not even capable of even having the bandwidth to get through their days, do what they have to do, think about what they need to think about their happiness and where they're trying to go, and you. Kat said, overthinking when my 16-year-old son is out with his friends. I trust my son, but not the friends. So, y'all, a big trigger, just like Kat just described, is if we are in fear of something or we are excited about something. Here's the thing about obsessing over something you're excited about. It now has the capacity to disappoint you. right? So you're overthinking, and then you're like excited about something and putting so much pressure on something and overthinking it, overthinking it, overthinking it. Then when it's not lived up to that expectation, what happens? Where are you left at? How are you feeling? Nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing should be obsessed over. Turns into anxiousness. Exactly. Now, let me get to some other points. Now, thinking and the brain telling you things is there to protect you. So we can't ignore this either. We can't like every 2 seconds shut the brain down because the brain is trying to talk to you as well. You know, it's picking up on signals, it's picking up on things that you might not directly pick up on. The subconscious is telling you different stuff that you need that's best for you. My mom said I could actually be at an accompaniment celebration with my children, and in the moment, my mind could be on what I need to do next. Yeah, yeah, y'all. Even when we are experiencing accomplishments and success, we are not even enjoying that moment of success because we're thinking about the next thing. We need to listen, y'all. If I can give you any advice, the bad things, let's get over fast. Let's like push them out fast. The good things, bask in them, bask in it, slow it down, feel it, celebrate it, live in that moment. Let's get the negative things out quick, and let's keep the positive things long. Do y'all know people do the opposite? Do y'all know people like to keep things going, stir things up long, like talk about the same incident like every day for months just to keep it going? They want to live in a negative thing long. Be the opposite. Get the negative thing out quick and and bask in the positive things that happen in your life long. Y'all, there is a part of this where your instinct is a thing. Your instincts are there to talk to you, to tell you what you might not directly be picking up on. It is a thing. I mean, the conscious is picking up on energies that the other people are giving off. It's picking up on cautions, picking up on when you need to kind of like do something, take action. So we can't ignore that happening as well. So when you do feel something, make action. When you do think something, make action. Action directly stops overthinking. I'm gonna say that again. When you find yourself overthinking, take action. My mom said, try to be present intentionally. Yes. That's the biggest way to calm overthinking is action. Anxiety, insecurity, action helps tremendously. My mom said, now that drives me crazy. We are not rehashing nothing we already resolved. Here's the thing, mom. Some people live in that state of confusion. It's like a hustle. It's like a way of thriving. It takes attention off of the things that they aren't doing. So many people, I mean, live in that. You could call them every day. They got you ever call somebody and they always got a problem going? Like always got a problem. That's not by chance. That's like a to me a hustle. Just a complainer is just like a hustler to me. So that's another thing. You got people obsessively thinking about issues all the time, and they're pouring that onto you, and that's all they're talking about. We got to get overthinkers that are negative away from us. They got us thinking about things that we shouldn't even be thinking about. My mom said I can't do it. I don't know. It's a really weird thing. Like it's people. It's like You might have a friend who never complains, and now they're going through a divorce, and now they're complaining every day. I can deal with that. Like, I can deal with that, right? I can be there for that friend. But if this is just who you are, I've analyzed the person that you are, every job you go to, every environment you're in, you're just the problem. Like, I love you to death, but I have identified like this person is the problem. I can't let you affect me every day. Okay, making my thoughts get obsessive because you are constantly talking about problems. My mom said, not the same issue. Yeah, some people will talk about the same problem, y'all. Oh my goodness. Every oh my goodness, you don't went on the 10 problems, they still on the same problem. Like I said, there are times where this is okay. If this is never a thing, your friend is going through a divorce, and you got to be there for that friend. Your friend is going through a hard time, and they talking about it with you a lot. I'm cool with that. But we not living, we not trauma bonding, bro. I'm not trauma bonding. We're not doing that. We're not gonna sit here and talk about problems all the time and there's no fixing it. It's all you want to do is talk about it. We gotta eventually get to some action. Because now we're overthinking in a way that's not serving us in no capacity. We're over every time you think and talk about the story over that has messed you up, your body is triggering all types of responses and stuff. Then you telling me the story. I'm getting responses to it. My body not liking it. I'm getting stressed all over again for the 90th time you done told, and you've taken no action. We have to set a boundary on people in our lives that are causing us to overthink. It's not even your problem. They got you overthinking, and it's their problem. If y'all are just coming in here, hello, Mugga, hello, Aunt, hello. I see y'all over there on TikTok. Thanks for the love over there. I see y'all. We are talking about overthinking today. Overthinking versus your instincts. We don't want to not listen to our instincts, but we also cannot be overthinking. Overthinking in any capacity is not good for us. If you are thinking about the same thing several times in 1 hour, even if it is something you enjoy, it's not good for you. Like I said, some of the things we can do to not overthink, strengthen our mind with different activities. And like I like that, just taking action. Taking action helps to calm our minds. So if you are overthinking about you not showing up well, you didn't do a good job, work hard, work harder. Wherever you are, like, subscribe, and put your notifications on from wherever you are. We have some great topics coming up. Put your notifications on. We have not put those out yet. Where am I at on this scale? So 0, y'all, is we are not good at managing overthinking. 10, we are very good at it. I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of work to do because I am obsessive, but I do a good job of putting my obsession in good places. Mugga said my daughter be like, nope, that's too much intake when someone talking about the same thing that they talked about. Mugga, my mom was just saying, yo, my mom is just like this. She hates the same problem talked about multiple times. Like, she hates it. She's like, why isn't it handled? Why isn't it done? Like, I can't even tell my mom the same problem one too many times. Not when she's already given a solution. No, she's like, what are we talking about that again for? Mugga said, yes, niece. Y'all, there are so many differences between me and my mom. We are very similar, but there are so many differences between us. Hello, Marshada. It was good to see you yesterday. I had so much fun with you. What's going on, honey? Where are you at? Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all one difference between me and my mom. Always, as always, if you want to hear my mom, please say mom go live. If I get 20 mom go lives, she will go live. And one day we're gonna get on here and talk about things, but we are a lot alike, but we are a lot different too. One thing that makes us different is this. If there is, just say we owe something. Just say me and my mom gotta pay a bill or something like that, right? Just say the bill is $3,000. Just say we got to pay on this property a gas bill of $3,000, right? Just say. My mom said I thought about maybe getting an adult coloring book to quiet them out. Mom, I love coloring. I color with my clients. It is the best. Like you don't even have to get. There's no. I don't know if it's an adult coloring book or not, but any coloring book definitely helps quiet the mind. Like I said, there are a lot of kids who are more physical, or people that are more physical. They can't sit still. Shooting a ball, doing something physical helps quiet the mind as well. A lot of people who have went through a lot of problems, they say, "Oh, I got in the basketball court and I just stopped thinking." Or you know what? When I was going through a heartbreak one time, working quieted my mind because I was like talking to people, and I realized, oh, I didn't think about the heartbreak today, or for a couple hours or something. Mugga said, I read. Reading is actually really good because when you're focused on that paper or those words, it's hard to let the brain keep going because you're focused on those words and that paper. Y'all, I'm glad we are identifying different things that we can do because one of these might be the one thing that helps people. So, real quick story about me and my mom. So, just say this is not something that has actually happened, but this is the differences of us. Just say we owe on the property a gas bill of $3,000, right? Kat said gardening clears her mind. Nice. And just say the bill is 3,000, right? Me personally, my approach is I'll give y'all $25 a month. As long as they don't cut the gas off, I mean, I don't care how much money I have. I'm not trying to separate with it. So I'll say $25 a month. My mom is like, King, give him the whole 3,000. Give him. We we battle back and forth. No, I'm giving him $25. No, give him the whole 3,000. Isn't that funny, yo? Muga said, yes, I love gardening also. Bigo has left the building. Bye, Bigo. Phone has died. It's a lot. We go through a lot of technical stuff in this place. No Facebook. It's not very nice. But Facebook went live yesterday. No. But yeah, my mom said walk barefoot in the grass. So that's a form of grounding. That's called grounding. Sunlight, too, is a way of just making you feel good. Sunlight makes you feel good. There are so many natural things we can do too, y'all. You will realize that when you do work out, you are releasing hormones that helps you to not it quiets your mind too. Like if you are sitting in the house and not doing much and not getting sunlight, it seems like I told y'all in a live hand in hand, everything starts to go with that. Now you overthinking, now you obsessed, it's like all these things that don't serve you just start happening to you. We have to get on the path of just uh enrichment. So strengthening the mind, learning, reading, meditation, physical activity. These are all solutions to that, y'all. In action. In action. On a scale, I'm gonna just put me at about a 7 because I am obsessive. I am. I think it's important to be honest, to know yourself. I'm not here to. I told you I'm never. Y'all can choose a 10. I want y'all to hit tens on different points of our scale. I'm not going to ever say a 10 on anything because I always think it's room for improvement. But I want you to be as confident as possible and say 10 on our scales. I like seeing tens. Obsessive thinking leads to compulsive behaviors. Compulsive behaviors leads to an outcome that's not going to benefit us. Instead, my mom said, I'm giving it a one time attention. Paying installments makes me feel like it's unresolved. I like to resolve things so I can deal with the next issue. I actually get it. I actually get it. But I like to hold on to all my money. I can invest it, do other things with it. You know we can. So we just have a different set approach with it. Mugga says 7. Okay. I'm right there with Mugga. What do you obsess over, Mugga? What does your brain veer toward? What do you think a lot about? Let's break it down. Drea said my brain is obsessive, not me. So that's a 7 for me. You know what? With her, I actually can see that. She like my brain driving me crazy. My brain going paywire up there, but it ain't affecting me. I can really see. Yo, you are one of the few people I believe that happens to. Cat, me too. Cat says me too. I don't have a credit card because I don't know. It worries me when I have bad debt. Oh yeah, you know what? We're gonna do a live on bad debt and good debt one day down the line. We need to focus on a lot of these direct issues blocking our happiness before I can even think about talking about money. Like I don't even want to talk about issues of that for a while. Mugga said my weight, the word of God, grandkids. That's honest. I like how vulnerable everybody has been on our lives. And this is a thing. This is like really a thing. So, Mugga, like I was saying earlier in the live, that even good things that we obsess over is still not good for us. We can't mentally obsess over anything. We can't overthink anything. You know we make mistakes when we overthink. Do y'all know that? So when it's something that's great for us and we're overthinking, thinking about all these possible outcomes, all these possible situations, it's not good for us. We're probably overthinking it now, putting too many options or scenarios into our brains that we make the wrong decision. We need to let me tell you a secret. Simplify everything. Break everything down to the lowest common denominator. Do y'all know that's how you solve problems in math with fractions? The order to solve the problem, you have to break everything down to the lowest common denominator. That's the approach that I want you to take in your life. When things look like this big math equation, break it all the way down. Break it all the way down. We're not overcomplicating anything. That's gonna make us make mistakes, and we are analyzing things that don't even have nothing to do with anything. We done complicated everything. Mugga says, as soon as I eat something I shouldn't have, I beat myself up. Mugga, let me show you something. This is kind of like off topic, but I'm gonna show you something. And I'm gonna send you this guy. Mugga, can you see that? Do you see both sides of the table? They are the same amount of calories. That that popcorn with all that butter is the same amount of calories as all of that food on the other side. So here's the thing, and me showing you that in this country, we are starving ourselves by eating these high calorie, low nutrient foods. Whereas pick all the produce that you love on, that we seen on the right hand side of the picture, and you can eat all day. You'll be losing weight like crazy. You won't even be hungry. You won't even be hungry. Do that for 90 days, and I just want to see how amazing you look and feel. It's just we're at the mercy of this country. My mom said concentrate on small issues to complete, and before you know it, you've completed the big things. Exactly. Exactly. That's the formula to success, guys. Break everything down to the lowest common denominator. Mugga said, I actually eat well. I just like to eat more. Here's the thing. We eat good, right? We eat all the, trust me, trust me. I know. Like, I know. I eat a lot of bread. I love bread. So What I've been eating now is sourdough bread. Like I'm all sourdough'd out. Like, but I also try to limit the bread. I mean, but so we eat the good stuff and then we also eat the bad stuff too. We are one donut, like one crumbled donut, it's like 2,000 calories, the double donut. If we eat that, we're still hungry. Then we still got to eat. Like, so if you're mixing those things, the good and the bad, you done. You're done. Like I eat an orange, I gotta eat two. You should be able to eat as many. You should be able to eat oranges. Sheena, what's popping? What's popping? All right, y'all. So all right, so like solving a big math equation, how we have all of these numbers all in the equation. And in order to solve it, we have to break it down. She just said love sourdough. Yes, sourdough actually has nutrients in it. Most bread has zero nutrients in it. Mugga said, I don't think that's good. It's obsessive to me. Well, I will say this about the food thing. If you, whatever you give the body wants. So if you stop giving it food, believe it or not, it stops wanting food. My mom says, I feel guilty too when doing things I know is not good for me. It feels good when I'm doing it, but then I will beat myself up about it. So let's take action, y'all. Luca said, I love sourdough bread. The best way to not feel these overthinking feelings and obsessive feelings is to take action. Let's take action in the right direction. Okay. So in your life, right, we're going to break everything down to small steps. We're not gonna think about the whole picture. Me and my mom have used this tactics to do everything, to go very far. And basically what you do is you look at the big goal, right? Whatever it is, it could be small things. It could be, spending more time with my family, having fun, losing weight, achieving this amount of money, or whatever the case. With every goal that you can think of, we're going to break it down to a low common denominator of what needs to be done each day to attain that. Oh, and we don't deviate from the plan. And that's the thing too. What are we doing? Why is everybody deviating from the plan and expecting the outcome? We can't do that. We have to stick to the plan. We map out the plan in small increments on a daily basis, and we don't deviate. Y'all, I'm sorry to tell y'all, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this life will be over. And we want to be able to say we've done everything we could, and we want to live our days happy as many of these days that we have as happy as possible, so that when it's over, we feel very accomplished. We don't feel like things were left undone, unsaid. We don't want that. My mom said the best sourdough bread bakery at Third and Poplar, fresh every day. Oh, oh, oh. Mom, don't do it to me. Drea said, I hate bread. Haven't had it in months or bought it. Then woke up 3 days ago craving a peanut butter and jelly. It's only because I bought bread for my twins, not buying bread anymore. I'm good. Her twins is her husband and her daughter, and they are indeed twins. Okay. They are indeed twins. Okay. And they born on the same day and they look identical. I got to hang out with Drea and her family and her husband and her beautiful daughter, her mother, and her son yesterday. I like that we're talking about our goals. Like indirectly, that's what we're doing. And that'll create space for your brain. When you are achieving things every day, I can assure you the brain will quiet in that direction. We ain't sitting here not taking no action and then obsessing over the fact that we didn't take action. That's not what we're doing, are we? I just want to get some things straight, when I'm talking to you. I just want to make sure I got it right. You're not taking action and then obsessing over the fact that we didn't take action. Yeah. Y'all, I'm excited to talk to y'all about some more topics. I want to talk to y'all some more about things that I feel is blocking us from happiness. I want to talk more about that. My mom said, "Oh my God, I love peanut butter and jelly." I thought I was old. I thought it was old people food. We love it. Good night, cat. Oh, Mugga, if you still there, another thing my mom started doing, and she had got extremely thin when she did this, is she stopped eating after 7. Let me tell you, I'm up late most nights researching. So I have adapted this thing of at least give 2 hours between the last thing I ate in bed. So no eating and going straight to bed. No eating and going straight to bed. It's Philadelphia's fault. Philadelphia has too much good food. It's not our fault. We have to pick up a physical activity too, y'all. Something. Walk, shoot the ball, something. It helps quiet the mind. It helps us, you know, stay, mobile and things like that. So find something, y'all. If y'all have any topics that you want talked about, please put in the comments. Everybody who is reading, who is seeing it live after we post it, please still leave all your comments and any suggestions on the live, please. Thank y'all for running up TikTok today. I see y'all got me up there to almost 3,000, well, 2.4 thousand likes on TikTok. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My mom said nothing after 7 p.m., eat after 7 a.m. Okay, so those 12 hours, no food. 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., no food. No food, guys. North Red, what's going on? So I want to recap some of the things that I've talked to y'all about in the past. I love defining toxic because I think it's an overused word, and I want to be clear that we know what that means. Toxic is a place or an environment that is nice to us, then it's mean to us, then nice again to us just to be mean to us again. That's the definition of toxic. When we identify a toxic environment or person, we want to set a boundary with that. Remember, all things go hand in hand. So we want to go hand in hand with things that benefit us. We want to go down a rabbit hole of greatness, not of misfortune. When I say misfortune, I mean that in every set of it, not money. I mean just loss. We want to win. Everything begets itself. Winning begets more winning. Loss begets more loss. Happiness begets more happiness. We need to go down a path of what's going to serve us the best. Um, if there are days where you don't feel like doing anything, a telltale sign that you are not living a life that you want to live is when you don't want to face the day. When you wake up and don't even you say it's like you're not looking forward to anything in that day. Some people feel that they're depressed because they can't get out of bed and things like that, and they are. But my mom said a wise woman once told her that people don't change. Thank you, daughter. My mom reminds me of that often. She reminds me that people don't change. I guess I need reminders. This is something I firmly believe that people don't change. No, they don't. Um, y'all, it's important for us to identify the things that are bad for us and the things that are good for us. And we have to put a boundary according to that. This is no game. We will never achieve happiness if we are playing games. Hey, Cuzzo, who's that? Let's see who you are. Ah, Mark Shader that came over here on TikTok. What's up, baby? Yo, we can't play games with this. One person in your life that has been identified as not there for your best interest. One person can jeopardize your entire happiness. We can't play these games. You just got done soccer practice? Nice. How was it? My mom said, I believe you can be truly born again in Christ. And this is true. And I'm happy for them in their lives that they can apply what Christ will metamorphose, change them into. Let me not even try the word. I am really happy for them. But once you have identified that this person is toxic, that has nothing to do with you. Be thankful that they have now begotten Christ and they can apply that to their new life. I get it. But they are still the core version of themselves. And it will come out. It will come out in everything that they different things that they do. It won't just disappear. It will come out. But maybe they'll handle things a lot better because they now have Christ. I agree with that. I'm a firm believer. People do not change. Lifestyles change. You might become calmer. You might become more patient. You might become a lot of things like that. But the core of who you are won't change. You any good? You gonna have games? I might come to one of your games. I might come to one of your games. I'm gonna ask your uncle, can I stream in that joint? Um. So yeah, we will be posting some of our subjects that we're gonna do this week. Next week is a busy week. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I will be posting the days I'll go live next week. Um, I will be live tomorrow and Friday for sure. But next week, I'll let you guys know early in the week what days I'll be going live and not going live. And y'all, let me know what content y'all want to see because we are going to start taking the live out with us. So let me know what y'all want to see. A day in my life is crazy. Hopefully we can make sure we can take the camera certain places and y'all can kind of see how things are out and about. Yeah, yeah. And mom will go live one day. Can't say, yeah, let's do a day in your life. My day is crazy. My day is, I'm used to it. Like everybody has crazy days, I guess, but I'm just used to a crazy day. When my day is not crazy, it makes me uncomfortable. Jaya said I could stream at soccer. Okay. Mother's Day is the best day to have your mom on live. I don't know. Oh yeah. Drea is getting me in trouble with her husband, y'all. It's a thing. It's a thing. She's getting me in trouble. So she's like pressuring him to go live. Y'all gotta understand. I made this jump into this whole streaming thing, right? That was my decision. Other people didn't make this decision, right? So now my cousin is pressuring her husband to come on live to talk about stuff. Cousin, now he see me, he like, oh, he's like traumatized from her trying to make him go live. What's up, y'all? Y'all want to see them go live on here one day? What's up? That what could we talk about? What it's like being married. What we gonna talk about? She cracking up. Drea is Drea is funny, yo. Drea, your thoughts just be going haywire in your head. You just be like, man, they better get out of here. He's not doing that, mom. He's not doing private counseling. Dre, uh, Drea, my mom said, cousin, y'all might need private counseling. He's not. Drea be stressing this man out. We at the probate, and Drea like, put me on your shoulders, husband. Pick me up. Pick me up. You just be stressing my dear cousin out. My mom said marriage is a lot. It's not about when y'all get married. I don't know what y'all think is going to happen. Drea said she want to do a couples live. I'm down with it. Don't get me. I'm not talking though. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just asking questions. That's it. I ain't giving no advice, cousin. I'm just gonna ask questions. That's it. You ain't get me in this. My mom said not my cousin. But yeah, we do gotta go out though, Drea. We out. Drea is cracking up. Oh, there we go. My child of perdition. Hello, nice to see you today. Overthinking is part of having OCD. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Obsessive thoughts create compulsive behaviors. I talked about that earlier in this live. Obsessive thoughts create compulsive behaviors. So if we are not managing these thoughts, and like we came up with some suggestions, you have to look at your life and your how you are physically and mentally, and base what you need to do off of that. Some people can shoot a basketball, maybe like get a racket and a tennis ball, hit the wall. Just keep on reading. When you're reading, you're focused on the words and comprehension. It's hard for the brain to keep going. Um, some people can do a physical exercise, take a walk, do all types of things. I told my mom that, Drea. Yeah, he's not. I told her that already. He's not going to do private counseling. I already told her that. Yeah. So try one of the things that's going to make things better. Try the position said in the compulsion to touch your house keys over 147 times out on the side. Yeah, yo. So another thing is, and I think we so all mental conditions we all have a little bit of it in us. When it becomes a diagnosis is when it stops your functioning, it stops your daily function. That's when it becomes a diagnosis. But I think a lot of us will double check if we lock the door 4 times, 5 times. Like, "Did I lock the door?" They can't move until they hit that lock another time, another time, another time. That's your brain telling you you didn't lock it when you know you did. That's an obsessive thought causing you to act compulsively. I've worked with people with severe OCD, and they may have like a routine, and if it's broken, they're shell shocked. Like they can't go past if they didn't, touch that cup as they walk down the steps, or you know, this requires very intense therapy. Severe OCD that you're describing, child of perdition. But if you are not going through that, you are just living a regular life, and you are just at the mercy of overthinking. These are some of the tactics you can use to help with that. If you are OCD to like diagnosed with OCD, you must get extreme therapy. And you want to start with the one that's the most plaguing over your life. Normally, the behavior that's causing harm to yourself or someone else. You want to start with that upset, like that OCD behavior first, and then one by one go down to each behavior that's benefiting you the most, not to have or to have. And that's how you have to handle those OCD behaviors. Please come back to turn the stove. Make sure you turn the stove off, Mom. Please and thank you. My mom left the stove on one day. By the grace of God, she is still here. So something happening like that, like where something happened to you, it definitely may cause overthinking and obsessive thoughts. I agree. I agree with that. Shadow Prediction said antipsychotics like Prozac and Abilify do not help. I agree with that. I am a person that's not with medication only unless you are acting out so wild that you are like hurting yourself and other people. That's the only time I think medication is a thing to like calm you down. So maybe you're not aggressive or whatever. But if that's not the case, if you're not like a threat to yourself or someone else, I'm just not. I don't know if medication is the best. I don't know if it calms the brain or just delays the thinking. I'm not sure. But y'all, when something happens traumatic, that causes the brain to keep thinking about it too. So be careful of those things. And you may need intense therapy, which is therapy almost every day, direct specialist for your direct trauma. Okay. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Listen, put y'all notifications on. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I've been seeing all the new subscribers over the past couple weeks. I really appreciate it. Intense therapy, Cat. Intense. See, like the therapy I give is once a week. That's not intense. That's just to help you with some strategies, this and that, this and that. But intense therapy, you might even be impatient. It depends on how severe it is. Oh yeah. Makes you feel numb inside like a zombie. We don't want that. We want our people to be as creative as humanly possible. Drea said no medications. Yeah. We don't want you to feel like a zombie. That's just a way for society not to have to deal with your behaviors. That's probably what it is and why this American society heavily medicates the people here for everything. That's the answer to everything. Medication. So try some of the natural ways, y'all. The natural mental and physical things that we went over. I love y'all. Any suggestions for any live topics, please put in the chat. I will see it later. I love y'all. See y'all on the next live. Ken said, I'm glad you guys are also, I guess, conservative when it comes to medication. Yeah, yeah. They over medicate here, but then don't want to give pain medication. I guess this whole thing against pain medication because it was like abused. So they don't give that, but they give medication for everything else. I love y'all. See y'all on the next live.